Welcome back to the coverage of the World Championship Qualifier, Yu-Gi-Oh! European Championship 2016. Easy.
Good job.
Yeah, piece of cake. My name is Oliver Gerben. I'm your host for this round, and I'm joined by Luke.
Hey, Ollie, how's it going?
Well, very well, in fact. Like the last round, I heard you guys had a great feature match.
Yeah, it was really good.
And we actually made use of the time instead of taking a break. We were taking a look around and looking at the other things that are going on here, because there are quite a few things that are taking place this weekend.
Yeah.
And we've never seen so many players at the carnival activities. And we took a look at that. I played 2 games of this Kuribo game.
Oh, I like the Kuribo game.
It's something with Dash. Monster
Kuribo Dash.
Kuribo Dash, yeah. I'm undefeated in the game.
How many games did you play?
2 of them.
That's quite a lot.
Yeah, I started sweating after 2, so I said, okay, let's call it a day.
Let's call it a day. Did you play in the cannon shooter?
No, I didn't play.
No?
I did an interview there. So you guys can look forward to that. That's going to be fun. Speaking of fun, that's what we're going to have right now, because in this new round, we looked at... There's a story to this round. Earlier, our programming guru, Victor, came up with a deck list because we had to enter some data again, because we had some technical difficulties. And he brings us deck list.
This one here.
This one right here, yes. Spoiler alert. All right. He brings the deck list and he says, guys, what kind of deck is this? And then Luke looks at it and he's like, okay, so Speedroids, Qliphort, Magispector, Performer
Magicians, Mist Valley.
He's like, yeah, it's in the other category. So Victor turns around, wants to run away with the deck list, and I'm like, wait a second, maybe we want to feature this guy. And then immediately 2 guys who both looked at this deck list were like, nah, he's not going to do well. So round 5, we look at the top tables. Let's bring those up for you guys. There you can see the pairings for this round. And we picked table 22 because that is the first table after the fixed seatings, which are the first 19 tables, where we have a player. So obviously he's undefeated because he's playing at the very top of the field. And he is playing the other category. So we're like, okay, let's take one of the creative decks. We've never had these 2 guys. Somebody asked earlier, hey, I want to see 2 guys that we've never had in the feature match before. So we got Jaskaran, Oberoi, which is not some sort of Game of Thrones reference. And his opponent is Devon, Amatdakoen.
Wow, that was impressive. Good job, that.
I hope so. It was playing Demise Kozmo. And so we get this deck list and we look at it and we're like, wait a second, I've seen this one before.
Yeah.
So now you're eating your words.
Yeah, I apologize to Victor.
And of course to the player.
And of course to the player. Well, he didn't hear my insult, so kind of cancels itself out.
That's true.
I don't want to walk over to him, insult him, and then apologize immediately. Yeah. That wouldn't work. But we'll see how this works out. So he's playing Qliphort. He's playing Speedroids. He's playing Magicians. He's playing Mist Valley. He's playing Magispectors.
I'm running out of fingers.
He's playing Performer Pals.
Okay.
And he's got some kaijus in the side deck.
All right, guys. I hope you're pumped for this match. Let's take you to the table where these 2 guys are ready. We've got to talk a little bit more about the decks, about the side deck cards, of course. And with that, I think we can start this round. His opponent, Devon. Devon, yeah. Devon. He is playing, like I said before, Demise Kozmo. So that is the Kozmo deck with card of Demise. How much of a difference does this make?
Card of Demise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's really. I think this version of Kozmo is the best version.
Okay.
It just really improves consistency. But I'm just kind of. I don't want to say anything at all because I might be wrong about this deck and it might be genius.
You gotta have a little bit of faith.
Yeah. So I now that I'm more thinking about this, I've heard about this this combo, the Qliphort combo. Actually, what they do is they play Scout, go search Monolith, pop Scout with Sky Iris, and then Pendulum summon Monolith and Scout, and then overlay into Cyber Dragon Nova, then go up into Infinity. And it's
to Infinity and beyond.
Exactly. So that's that one. But he's also playing Speedroid, Magician, 1 random Apex Avian, as well as Magispectors, Performer Pals. It's just everything.
Yeah, you go Scout, search Monolith, pop with Iris, make Infinity. That's a short Twitch chat version and probably correct.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting deck.
Yeah, very interesting.
Like, I mean, let's see if it goes off, but in theory, that sounds quite cool.
Yeah.
So there we see a Pot of Duality after this.
Oh, wow. Okay, so 3 cards that all do the same job.
Well,
But obviously he's going to take the
good.
one that's the best.
Yeah.
The non-specific one.
That's interesting. That looks almost like anti-stacking. It's like the worst 3 cards in a row you can have, I guess.
Yeah.
Unless you establish the feeling, all you have to do now is make sure your opponent cannot summon something.
Yeah, so he's just going to set all his cards.
Right, so he's one of these players that doesn't like to hold cards in his hands.
No, okay, so he's going to shuffle back the... I figured he would at least keep the Dark Destroyer, but no, he's just going to throw it away and hope to get a tin can or a teleport.
Is that too greedy?
No, I think it's fine. It's just a decision to make.
It doesn't hurt.
No.
Okay.
It looks like he drew card of Demise. It's quite funny, really. So
Yeah, you're one of these people that looks at somebody who just broke their leg. You walk past, you're like, it's quite funny.
yeah, so he's going to draw 3 cards, 2 cards even, and then hope that that's got a monster in it, because he got a Call of the Haunted, so he can just set that straight down. He's probably got he's got one more space for a trap card. Let's see if he sets one. What's he got in his hand? Oh, okay, he didn't actually get a monster.
He's got a Cosmojo, Call of the Haunted.
This is actually awful.
Yeah.
He's got no monster.
I think that was one of the worst cards of Demise we've ever seen, right?
Yeah, pretty bad. I mean, he just can't go anywhere.
What do you just set the next card of Demise? Hope for the next turn?
Yeah, I think you got to set the next card of Demise.
I think that's what he did, right?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Absolutely.
You have to, because then if you draw a terrible card next turn, then you can at least
but still
put it back with Kozmo Town and then try and get some traction there.
Right. Yeah. It's funny that we're just, with lots of quotation marks, in round 5. See, I'm even losing track of that, to be honest. Because it's been quite a long day, to be honest. I mean, it's already 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. German time, European time, Central European time, whatever you want to call it. So that means we've been at this for 7 hours already. But it's been worth it. Like, if you ask me, it's been a great day.
Yeah, it's been good so far.
I've seen some cool, exciting duels, some good interviews. And let's see how this one goes. Pendulum scales set up. Outplayed. Regarding the cards of Demise.
I love this. Oh, wow! Oh, wow! That's amazing! He just blind hit the warning with Dragon Pit Magician. He's got nothing. Oh, no, he doesn't have strike. He's got a strike. Okay. I thought that was his early solemn card.
But
Wait, no. I think it was just wrong in the app. He doesn't have strike. He actually blind shot. No, he does. Okay, he does have strike. I thought it was just wrong in the app.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, that was some unnecessary excitement. I had a really bad heart attack just. I thought he sniped the warning, and then was just like, oh, I'll just punch these guys and win now. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine with this.
Could have worked. Didn't quite. No.
No.
All right.
Wow.
Hold your horses. Everything is still fine. We still got another turn.
Hold your unicorns, even.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, that was an exciting turn for not a lot of action. Okay, so he draws into Dark Destroyer, and he's probably gonna put that back with Kozmo Town. Try and get a card that he can set instead, and then he's gonna flip over that card's Demise, and then set some more cards, and then pass his turn.
Or maybe he goes big.
Nah, there's no big to go. If he's got to play cards of Demise, he can't special summon. So there we go. Oh, okay. So he decides to. Yeah, I think it's a good move to keep the Dark Destroyer and only draw 2, because he's only got 3 slots in the back row anyway, and he really, really needs to put a monster in his graveyard at this point, like really, really badly. Even if he can't use Dark Destroyer's effect on Kyrian, he still needs to just get a monster on the field.
Right.
So he draws. Oh wow! He drew the 3rd card of Demise.
Oof. That's
good. That's a good thing.
Yeah, but still, that's so odd. Like, he's had the 3 trap cards next to each other in his deck, and now he's throwing into the 3 cards of Demise.
Yeah.
Some odd draws.
Yeah. So yeah, okay. I think that's probably what he should have done in the first turn.
Oh yeah, yeah. Not shuffle it back.
Not shuffle it
Just
back,
send
let
it
it
to the
get to the
graveyard.
graveyard, and now he's got call and Oasis.
Right.
So he's got 2 calls essentially.
Yeah.
There's the random speed ride because, yeah.
Because yeah. Also, there's a monkey board waiting for Jaskaran.
Wow. Okay. Just in case he didn't want to complete his pendulum scales. Thing is, I don't think is he playing. He's not even playing. What's that guy called? Pendulum Magician. He's not even playing Pendulum Magician.
Obviously no space in this deck. You can't just fit like.
Can't just start putting random cards in there. I mean, come on.
Exactly.
Ollie, there's no space for the best pendulum card. Come on.
Clearly.
Well, it's probably not the best pendulum card. It's pretty good. Overlay into our boy Dante. No, it's not going to be Dante. That's a lie. That's a totem bird. Oh wait a minute, is he playing Cattle Call? No, he's not playing Cattle Call. Okay, that'd have been weird. That'd have been weird, but funny.
Yeah, well, that would have been the only weird thing about this deck here.
Yeah, a bit of Cattle Call, bit of Ultimate Falcon. That happened to the UK National Championship. We had a guy who went into Totem Bird and then played Cattle Call into the Ultimate Falcon and then banished it with Far. It was pretty funny. So he tries the Call of the Haunted. That gets stopped immediately, and then.
And the other way around.
He tried Oasis first.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter, but yeah.
Yeah, well, no, it does matter because it's not a worm. It's not a worm if it was summoned by Call of the Haunted. So I guess there's no interaction here, really. Okay.
So basically you're saying you agree.
I agree, yeah. There is a difference, though.
Yeah, I know. It's still the same. Oh, look at that. That was some body language right there. Jaskaran just said, okay, this is going to go my way now.
My way or the highway?
Yeah, I think there's no highway in his plans.
Autobahn. Is that what it's called in German? Or did I just completely butcher it?
Sorry, what?
Autobahn or something?
Autobahn, yeah.
Yeah. Is that the same as a highway?
Nope. It's better.
It's better?
It is.
Why is it better?
Because we don't have a speed limit.
Really?
I mean, it depends. People think there's no speed limit, and for the most part, on many areas, there isn't. But in some areas, there is a speed limit. So yeah. But for the most part, if there's no sign or nothing else, it just advises you to not go faster than 130 kilometers per hour, which is not bad.
For our UK users, how fast is that in miles?
I think like 70.
70?
Or 80, I'm not sure.
All of our motorways are 70 in the UK.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, it could be more. But it just advises you. That doesn't mean you cannot go faster. You can go as fast as you want.
Yeah.
As long as you, yeah.
Just like the spiral car that we saw earlier.
Exactly. It's just like this Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel. You can play as fast as you want, but rarely ever wants to go really fast. Unless you're looking at the Dragon Duelists. They, for some reason, they like to go really fast.
Yep. Okay, so we see Devon trying to craft his hand here. Bit of prodigality. Can't remember what he got off it, but it looks like he shuffled a load away with Kozmo Town.
Yeah. This is going to get updated.
He got Kaiser Coliseum.
It's not bad still.
No, Kaiser Coliseum is good. He needs to start clearing out his opponent's monsters.
Yeah, I was about to say it's a little late for that, but no, it is not. It's not one of those cards that prevents you from summoning any more. It can also work if there's already something on the field.
Yeah. So he's going to have to just kind of eat through those monsters.
There we go. 1 down, 2 to go.
Yep, and he's got rid of the levels so they can't overlay.
Yeah. And then again, this guy is one of the comeback artists.
Yep, so here's the Kaiser Coliseum. So far, this deck is actually running pretty well. Yeah,
but super odd at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, how... This is nothing... this is not a game that anybody could have predicted in that way with 3 times card of Demise. And some of the really weird moves when you do the. He hit the 1 out of 5 that could really hinder him. Although there was a second one.
Yeah.
But yeah, some surprises in this match or in this game.
Okay, he's just switched everything to defense mode.
And that's interesting because it looked like Jaskaran had the upper hand up until that point, but he couldn't really find a way to get rid of the Dark Destroyer. Very fitting name in that case.
Yeah.
You multiply by 1.6 to get from kilometers to miles. There we go. Thank you very much. So it should be 70 miles per hour, something like that. Maybe 80.
Okay, we got an appeal about Kaiser Coliseum. The second one for today.
About the same card?
Yeah, Kaiser Coliseum.
So that happened in the last round?
It was...
well, it didn't happen when I was on. Let's
no,
just
it
put
was...
this
So it was round 2.
Second round or fourth round, okay.
Yeah, round 2.
It's one of the older cards. It's sometimes people are really familiar with those, and sometimes they kind of forget what the card was doing. What was the earlier appeal about? Do you know?
It was Stormforth versus Kaiser Coliseum.
Ah,
Yeah. So, okay, while we're having this appeal, let me clear things up for people.
exactly.
So, let's say me and you are having a game, and I've got Kaiser Coliseum, and I have one monster, and you wish to play Stormforth against me and tribute my monster for one of your monsters.
Right.
So the general rule about Kaiser Coliseum is, so perform the summon in your head, pretend like the summon's been performed. So you tribute my monster, it goes to the graveyard, and you summon your monster.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, do you have more monsters than I do? The answer is yes. Many people then immediately...
Undoubtedly.
Yes, because you have one and I have none. And many people think, oh, well, that's correct, because Kaiser Coliseum means that because I've got none, it's no longer in effect. That's not the case. You check beforehand if the entire summon would leave me with less monsters, even if that number is 0.
Okay.
So in that case, you can't play Stormforth to then...
Interesting.
To then tribute my only monster.
Right. In the meantime, we've seen a little bit more of what we saw before, with Devon trying to dismantle his opponent's field. Now we got a Pendulum Call and Secret Village of the Spellcasters for Jaskaran, and he just played both of those cards. Or, well, get rid of them, in a way. There is the Pendulum Call.
Yep, so he's going to be able to discard whatever other card he has in his hand here.
Yeah, that was the Secret Village of the Spellcasters.
To be able to go and search for a monster that he can use the Dragon Pit Magician to get rid of that Kaiser Coliseum.
Yeah, not a card he likes, apparently.
No. He wants to get rid of that as soon as possible.
He's almost out of cards. I mean, he does have something, but... So he got the 2 Pendulum spells on the field, 1 monster, and then now the Dragon Pulse Magician and the Xianke Magician in his hand.
Yep.
Doesn't sound like much.
Well, if he can get rid of that Kaiser Coliseum and make a big Pendulum summon, then it's a reasonable amount. Still dealing with Dark Destroyer, again for our US viewers who are just crying out, "Make Utopia the Lightning!" It's not legal in Europe, so... That's not an option here for our young duelist.
Would have been a good option otherwise.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. He just Pendulum summons 2 level 4 monsters, goes into the lightning, and then attacks over the Dark Destroyer, and yeah, finished.
It's quite interesting that there are so many. One card can make all the difference.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen this a couple of times in the past, and
yeah, with start of Spark Dragon.
Right,
was a big one.
I was naturally thinking like even earlier.
Oh right, okay. Which one?
There was a time when, what's the name? You pay 5,000 life points, you bring something from the extra deck. Stein, yeah, it was not legal in Europe.
Yeah,
because it was a Shonen Jump price card.
Yes.
And then we had a time when Shrink wasn't legal for the same reason.
Yeah. Ah, there's the strike.
This is such a weird game, and he has so many answers to summons.
Yeah.
I think 3 out of 3.
Yes.
Basically. And he's a 3 out of 3 card of Demise.
Yeah, I think Devon's just had, like, everything here.
Right, and it's still continuing to be. Jaskaran is forced into extremely defensive position. And it's so weird that there's just one monster on the other side of the field with that Dark Destroyer, but I don't know, he's netted like a 3-card advantage or something for Devon already. And also on top of that, by battle. That's not something we see every day anymore. Most of the time, it's like I play my monster, I use its effect, then I'm dealing damage.
Yeah.
And this is a little bit more old school in the way that I'm attacking over your monsters to generate an advantage.
Yep.
We really haven't seen that in a little while.
Well, it doesn't really generate advantage when they go into the extra deck and getting resummoned every turn.
Yeah, I know. I'm still playing by the antique rules. Where there was such things.
What's a tuna monster?
Yeah, yeah, a catfish monster.
You would get it. I'll see you next round, Ollie.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Did you just find the second Kaiser Colosseum? Did you just draw into this?
Yeah, I think you did.
So what is this deck, seriously? So we
What a poor guy.
Yeah, we can predict that his next draw is going to be another Call of the Haunted. After that, probably another Kozmo Town.
Yeah.
Like, he just seems to be drawing the same cards over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
And for the weirdest reason, it's not a bad thing. Normally, you do want to have some like versatility, but here you don't for some reason.
I think I must be confused about what Oath Dragon Magician does, because I don't know why he's not just getting back his Magician cards from the graveyard over and over again.
I think we haven't seen a less interactive game
Of
so
course,
far.
yeah, it's only from the extra deck. It's not from the from the graveyard. That's only when it's summoned.
Yeah, when it's summoned.
Yeah, my bad.
No problem.
So yeah, at least we got the. Yeah, this is actually the least kind of interactive game we've seen.
That's what I mean. Yeah, it is. It is extremely one-sided. It's a bit slow-paced, I would say. The second Kaiser Colosseum also left the field. I'm not. Yeah. So.
Yeah, they got hit by Dragon Pit again.
Yeah. So the one really big floodgate, as you like to call them these days. Oh, that's a monster. He does play them.
Yeah. Just one Dark Destroyer.
No, I mean the Forerunner in his hand.
Ah, right. Yeah. So he's gonna play Cosmojo. Probably gonna go get Farm Girl if he plays it. I'm saying if he plays it, we can just check. Does he play Farm Girl?
Yes.
Yeah, a couple of Farm Girls.
Yes.
No, he doesn't have game. He doesn't have game yet.
Yeah, but it seems like he's now going on the offensive.
Yeah, so he's gonna be able to do like another 4,500. Or you can go with 43 and then have Forerunner instead, which is probably a good option if he needs to recover some life points here.
But suddenly this deck seems to shift gears.
Oh, Kozmo is just kind of shifts into turbo whenever it
just
needs
waits
to.
for the right moment. And so basically, it looks a little bit like Jaskaran was giving his opponent too much time there.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think it was through a fault of his own. I think Devon kind of had those cards to stop him for a little while, and then instead of him drawing another kind of stunning card, he just drew a really quick card that he could then go ahead with.
All right, so now he's able to net some advantage, finally. Is there going to be another attack? Getting rid of the Farm Girl or something?
Yeah, he's probably going to banish Farm Girl and attack with something. He's got a choice here. He can either go with Forerunner. Actually, can he still win? Can he still win? No, he can't. Obviously not. He's going to go with that. So he's just going to get a tin can. Tin can in the end phase. Going to use its effects.
When you say he's just going to go with a tin can, what you really mean is he's going to perform a really good move, actually, and pull farther ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what remaining back row have we got here? We've got one Chaos Trapple and one Call Hunters face up. What's the other? I think it's a Terraforming. He's got a Terraforming bluff set. It's really hard to keep track of all these back row that he was playing when he just kept drawing 3 cards every turn.
Yeah. Well, what about Jaskaran? Is there some way for him to come back in this game? Because
oh yeah, if he draws some like Joker into something and then make a big pendulum summon, It's entirely possible.
Mm.
I think he's going to struggle with any monster that is, big and untargetable.
Yeah.
So I don't really know how he's going to deal too well with those.
All right. There's another face down card. And that concludes the turn.
Yeah. Well, he's going to use tin can.
Yeah, with the tin can, yeah.
That's,
so
Dark Lady, Slippy.
some bad things ahead.
Yeah.
For Jaskaran, I think
Dark Lady.
he needs something now.
Yeah, so he takes Dark Lady. It doesn't really matter. He's got Call the Haunted set. Oh, no, he doesn't. No. I keep saying he's got Call set. No, he hasn't.
He did have the Oasis
yeah.
and the Call, but yeah. There's a draw for Jaskaran.
I got a Teleport set.
Not bad either.
No, but it's not that useful.
Okay.
Okay, so this could be a change of pace here with this Sky Iris. Still, he's got Chaos Trapple.
Mm-hmm. Getting rid of the tin can.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably going to go get Slip Rider here. Does he play a second Slip Rider?
Here we go.
Oh, yeah. Slip Rider to hit the Sky Iris.
So I think now he's basically knocked out Jaskaran cold, right?
Yes, there's not much to be done here. He can Pendulum Summon and wall up again, but he's only on like 5/5, which isn't much.
Well, it doesn't seem like it's enough in any case.
No.
So, well, yes, there is that option, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough. But let's see. Maybe we're getting ahead of ourselves.
So he's going to, yeah. He's going to attack Dark Lady instead. Yeah, I don't think Devon thought that through too much.
You think he was feeling too confident already?
Well, he just kind of went. He was just kind of like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna casually banish my guy to summon my Dark Lady. Yeah, that'll learn
Stop
you.
my opponent, yeah.
And then,
nope.
A Dark Lady's not got enough attack points. I don't know. It just seemed like he did it so quickly that he didn't really think about it.
Yeah.
Maybe he wanted to protect the farm girl and banish it so he can get it back with Kozmo down. That's entirely possible. Just at the moment, yeah, this Pendulum Dragon's actually the biggest force on the field.
It's not something you see every day.
Nope.
Now is the question, is he going to get it back? Or get her back, rather?
It would make sense to get one of the big ships and then just kind of wall up with Slip Rider and then say, okay, you got to attack me now. And then get a pilot and then banish for like some big untargetable dude. Or not. So he's going to take that risk. Okay, so he drew a Forerunner. His natural draw was a Forerunner. Looks like he's about to play the Farm Girl. He's thinking about playing Farm Girl, going up into Forerunner and then just attacking over.
What's the best move in your opinion?
What's that face down that Jaskaran has? Does he know? No, he doesn't know where it is. Yeah, I think there's no reason to not do that. Just kind of clear my opponent's board. I've got big enough field to keep board presence for a while. He's got a teleport as well, just in case. So he can actually attack with that, banish for Forerunner, then teleport in the second Farm Girl if he's got a second Farm Girl. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's got a second Farm Girl.
Yep.
Still not enough, though.
But still, yeah, field is completely clear. Jaskaran left with pretty much nothing now.
Yeah, he's going to be able to Pendulum Summon everything back, but still, it's
not looking good.
No, it's not looking great. I think he's probably going to want to... I don't know. I don't know whether I would teleport in the Farm Girl here, because it's going to leave him on 100 life. Now, you can't do that. He's got no life points. He's got like 600 life points.
Right, yeah.
He just can't...
It's something you got to keep in mind in these situations.
Yeah, he's got
we've seen players forget about that, where they just go all in, so to speak, and then they lose because they leave the card in face-up attack position that can just attack over. And he makes the right choice. Terraforming.
Even here, like he can pendulum summon the Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, and it does double battle damage. He can do double battle damage over the over the Slip Rider, and that puts him down to under 500.
All right. So terraforming for Sky Ares.
That was a pretty good draw, let's be honest.
Well, it's a 2-player game. It can't be only one player having all the good draws all the time. It also makes for a more interactive experience.
Yeah, it does. So he uses Oath Dragon and adds Pendulum Dragon back to his hand. He's probably just going to Pendulum Summon it anyway, so...
Top deck Okazi for game. Oh my, if that ever happens on the stream. Wow. Although we did see a Battle Fader win a game. That was quite crazy as well.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. I remember that quite vividly.
Yeah.
I was just questioning what year it was.
It was, yeah. That made Jay Quincy almost one of the most famous people in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! In a way.
Yeah. People genuinely started playing Battle Fader for a little while after that.
Really?
Yeah.
Just getting on the hype train.
Yeah. Everybody on the Battle Fader train. And then everyone stopped playing Kozmo, so it just wasn't very good anymore.
All right. It's still the same game. Still game 1. We are...
Yeah, actually, is he playing Cowboy?
We're at 28 minutes in. Still game 1. It's a bit of a...
Yeah, there's no Cowboy in his extra deck.
And suddenly, there are things happening for Jaskaran.
There's a Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon there.
And the question is also, is a player able to identify such a play? Because sometimes you really are like, yeah, okay, he could do this, and then he's gonna win, but it's really hard to spot that because it's once in a lifetime opportunity.
Hold the phone. Odd Eyes Unicorn boosts the attack points of a Odd Eyes monster somehow. Let me have a look at this card here. I'm pretty sure it boosts the attack somehow. Okay, it's not appearing in that card up. I'm just going to go and look it up.
Yep. How much of a boost are we talking about? How much does it...
I think it's enough. I think it's like 200, 300, but it's enough.
There's the Unicorn. Can bring that up on the right-hand side.
Yeah, once while this card is in your Pendulum Zone, when an Odd Eyes monster attacks, you can target one of the Performer Power monsters you control, and then the attacking monster gains attack equal to the attack of the monster that you targeted.
Okay, so...
So he needs another Performer Power monster. Actually, yeah, he attacked over here, so he's left him on 200. Okay, no, that's not exactly what I was thinking.
Not quite enough, but...
But, you know, at least he's... Yeah, I thought he was going to be able to somehow get another Performer Power monster on the field.
It's interesting that this game is so close. Like, at first it didn't...
Seemed one-sided,
Yeah,
didn't
exactly. So, yeah, what was I trying to say and failed to say?
Pretty sure that he can't pay for that. Oh! He gained 1,000 life points from Forerunner.
Oh! That's good news.
That's
for
good.
him.
That's very good news. That's incredibly good news for our Kozmo player. Because as far as gaining life points in magnitude is concerned, that was quite a lot. That was a lot of life points.
Right, is this going to give Devon enough room? This looks like a game-breaking or game-ending attack.
Yeah, it definitely does. Now that he's got enough to pay for Farm Girl.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, this is it.
So in the end, the final result was basically what we have been thinking.
Getting
was
towards.
Going to have. Yeah, it just was a little bit.
Jaskaran managed to.
Yeah, it was just a little bit closer thanks to that life gap. Just 200 left for Devon.
Wow!
So really a comeback, really.
Who'd have thought that Forerunner gaining 1,000 life points in the standby phase was going to win you a game?
Yeah, it's you would have gotten a pretty good betting average for that. Somebody would have told, yeah, okay, if that decides the game, I'm going to give you this. Maybe a super rare
There's the
card.
Landwalker. Yeah,
There is it.
okay. There we go. So
Woo.
that is one game. That was a long game.
Yes, it is. It was.
How long was it?
More than 30 minutes. 31 minutes and a half.
Only 8 minutes remaining.
Yes. Wow. Wow. That was quite the marathon. And but at the same time, we didn't really see anything from Jaskaran, did we? I mean, it looked like he had some cards, of course, but it was never like, oh, okay, I'm going to do this and this and this and this. I've never seen any sort of combo like that, which is very typical for the current format.
Yeah. I like how Devon has got his 2 tokens and put it on the field while he's side decking.
Oh, by the way, there must have been one line of play at least where Jaskaran could have won. At least is what our fans in the Twitch chat are describing. Could have added the Phoenix off of Iris.
Ah, Light Phoenix.
Yeah. Tributed the Abducted to summon it, tributed to make the auto ice 3.5 and attacked for game. I don't think that's super easy to spot. But
No, that's not easy to spot.
Definitely well done.
You very, very rarely play the monster effect.
There was Chemo Wave.
Indeed you can. Congratulations. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Because I myself don't even know what that card does when it's a monster. I just know that it's a small scale.
Yeah.
Because it was when I think it was the starter deck. Was it the starter deck? Oh no, it was Shining Victories that added the Light Phoenix. I'm pretty sure it was Shining Victories, yeah. That added the 2 extra Performer Pal Eyes. We've never had that combination. Added those 2 to the plethora of Performer Pal Odd Eyes cards.
How many Light Phoenix is he playing?
Just 1, I think.
Because is he playing it in the first place? It's another of those cards that he couldn't fit in his deck, I guess.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, okay. Uncongratulations to the person in chat who said that. I forgot that we were watching this crazy mashup of pendulum decks. He didn't have a Light Phoenix.
Yeah.
So uncongratulations to you, sir. However, that would have been a very exciting play, I must admit.
Yeah. What are we going to see in the second game? Is there something in the side decks where you're like, this is definitely going to come in?
Bit of the old full house for the Kozmo player here. Full house, anti-spell fragrance, couple of a twin of twin twisters for him, and Jaskaran has a couple of mystical space typhoons for a lot of those back row. We could see now. I'm not promising anything, Ollie. I'm not promising anything. Does it sound like I'm promising something? I'm not promising anything, okay?
Yeah.
We may just see a Denko Sekka come down here.
Ooh, that's the first time this weekend.
Yeah, on a deck. So he's playing against a deck that plays a lot of trap cards. We may just see this massive Denko Sekka snipe.
Snipe. All right, let's see.
Let's see what happens.
We could definitely need a moment like that.
We could do.
That,
we could do with.
First match was a little bit tough.
Yeah.
It wasn't a sprint, it was a marathon.
Yeah.
And we're not good at marathoning.
Well, a triathlon looking at the amount of archetypes that he has in his deck here.
Fair enough, yeah. All right. Let's see. Well, what is the body language given away? Jaskaran seems to be somewhat nonplussed.
Yeah, not a lot. They're both just thinking, come on, put my cards into the system. So Jaskaran is going first. He opens up Joker, pretty strong. Double Space Typhoon, now that's pretty strong.
Xianke Magician already on the field.
No, it's the Skullcrab Joker.
Yeah, oh yeah, the app is... Well, I'm confused, the app is confused. We're all a bit confused. Here we go.
So the famous Skullcrabat Joker. He's going to go look for his monkey board. He's going to play as a quick tune of monkey board, which is going to go and get him another scale.
That's a good opening.
Yeah, it's Joker.
Yeah.
It's Joker. It's pretty strong. So he uses the monkey board to get the Odd Eyes Unicorn. Now that provides him the full range of levels, all the way from 1. I'm pretty sure it's 1. Monkey board says 1. From 1 all the way to 8. And our monkey board's got a weird condition on it that it changes its scale if it's not got a performer pal in the other pendulum scale, but obviously with the unicorn is a performer pal monster, so it is 1 to 8.
Yep.
So he summons Monolith and the Yankee Magician, and then he's got that Joker there as well. So Jaskaran is keeping a hold of these mystical space typhoons. In all honesty, I would be doing the same. He's holding on for dear life for these mystical space typhoons.
Yeah.
Now we see Devon's hand. He's got the anti-spell fragrance. Obviously, it's a bit late. He didn't get to go first in the game. Anti-spell fragrance didn't manage to get set up.
Right.
I think he's only playing one. Is he playing just one copy of that?
Well, there is no such thing as space in this deck. Oh, wait a second. This is, of course, the Kozmo deck. He's playing one copy of...
so he drew his one copy of anti-spell fragrance, which is pretty impressive. So he's just going to... Yeah, see,
do you bring the card in when you go second in the first place?
I think you would. No, you would.
You would. Okay.
Because, well, the reason
if your opponent doesn't have the start, then...
Well, yeah, it's just... I mean, come on. He's 1 up. He's 1 up already. He can take the risk. If he's got the trap card and his opponent didn't start well, then he can just take full advantage. You know, flip up a spell fragrance, just be like, yeah, I'm done now. You can just... That's the end of the round.
Right. Let's take a look at Devon's hand here. ASF, like we said, Solemn Strike, Cosmojo, and Kozmo Tin Can.
You're just going to set everything. Right, I'm trying to remember what Yankee Magician does. Should we have a look?
Let's try and bring it up.
Pretty sure it's something like if it gets targeted with a light monster effect or something.
Yeah, once per turn, during either player's turn, you can target 1 light monster on the field, negate that face-up monster's effects until the end of this turn, when it's a monster. And when it's a spell card, pendulum spell, once per turn, you can target 1 face-up exceed monster you control. This turn, you can use it as an exceed material for an exceed summon, using its rank as if it were a level. Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
But what do you use most often? Which effect?
I think the monster effect is most relevant, but the I've seen the scale effect used once or twice on Odd Eyes Rebellion Dragon. When you summoned Odd Eyes Rebellion Dragon from Odd Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon, and then you use it to convert the scale of Rebellion.
Right.
It convert the rank of Rebellion into a level, and then overlay into the other Odd Eyes Exceed monster. I can't remember what it's called now. There's so many Odd Eyes monsters.
Yeah. By the way, we are hitting 40 minutes. It's just 20 more seconds according to my stopwatch. So any moment now we might be ending up in time.
Yep. So let's see. So he decides to Cosmojo away the monkey board. Probably going to go get a Slip Rider from this Cosmojo of the Forerunner. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So you can just get rid of both the scales. His opponent only has 3 cards in hand. I mean, you know, if those 3 cards were pendulum monsters, then he probably could have extended his play last turn a little more. So he knows they're not necessarily, you know, they're not necessarily cards that are going to stop him doing that. So we see the Mystical Space Typhoon here straight away as soon as that anti-spell fragrance gets flipped.
Not super surprising.
Yeah, let's not be having any of that. He has actually got a full pendulum scale here. He can play the Oath Dragon Magician and then get back a card from his extra deck, thinking the Odd Eyes Unicorn, and then that would produce a scale of 2 to 8. However, I don't know how much is left in that extra deck of Jaskaran. Okay, so he just goes and wastes a tin can there. I think both players are aware that they're getting quite close to time.
Yeah.
You wouldn't just waste a tin can
exactly.
like that.
You want to protect your life points at all costs.
He needed to block it somehow.
Especially if you're leading. You don't want to lose just because of life point difference.
No, exactly.
There is a die in the center of the table. So
here we go. Here are our turn counters.
Very nice.
So that is the first turn of time.
Oh, judge. Just quickly.
Saying, please use my carefully crafted time counting procedure.
We use one of the table number shields for that, so...
No. Ollie, it's a carefully constructed time counting procedure.
Okay.
Don't take it away from them.
Okay. I won't.
They made it. They made it from scratch. Okay, so he's using Kozmo down here, paying some life points in time. That's brave. Considering he's ahead. So he has to shuffle away that Slip Rider. Like it makes sense to take it and try and find a card that he can actually play.
I'm glad you agree with this line of play.
Yeah, I agree. There's quite a few turns. I mean, like 6 turns in a game of Yu-Gi-Oh! That's the entire of Edo Marcus's collective feature matches.
It's what we pretty much. Yeah, it's what we expect to see when he's on the stream.
Yeah, so it's plenty of time.
Choices.
Yeah.
What are we going to do?
What did he draw? Solemn Strike. Not exactly what you want to see in time.
Nope.
He's got a Tin Can and a Landwalker. That can stop his opponent for a little while.
There's the Tin Can.
Key thing to note here. This is where Devon drops below Jaskaran's life points. If he decided to pay with Tin Can. He decided not to. So, yeah. I think Landwalker has 2,400 attack points. So does Monolith. Or am I making that up?
Let's just double check.
Yeah, it does.
That is correct.
What? So, I don't understand. No, okay. So it just seemed like he was holding on to it when...
Yeah. It looked like it. It looked like it had an effect that says if this card battles another card with the same attack, it cannot be destroyed in battle. There are actually cards with that effect, if you believe it. Because it seems such a rare occasion. All right, is it strong?
Okay, so again, he's still going to drop his life points below that magical threshold. Ah, okay, that's cool. So the Yankee Magician targeted the Strawman to try and negate its effects as Light Monster, and then he striked it. So Yankee Magician's gonna get destroyed and sent to the extra deck.
But now he's dropping, like he said before.
Yeah, so he's below that magical threshold. However,
he can now attack freely, basically.
Yeah, but he's already attacked this turn.
Yeah.
And we know that Jaskaran is only... I'm pretty sure if I remember Oath Dragon's effect correctly, he can play Oath Dragon and then get back Odd Eye's Unicorn from the extra deck.
Right, there's a little bit of a wall, so to speak.
So he's getting Tin Can back. I think, yeah, he's... hold on, yeah, he got another Solemn Strike set. It's pretty dangerous.
Yeah, it's not exactly what you want to see, generally speaking. But I guess it could be worse, though. I mean, if something comes that really threatens to steal the game, he can just strike it.
Yeah.
And if not, he has enough monsters to sport a comeback.
Yeah.
There's a die roll on a 2. I'm not sure why the die roll was there. Oh, it's to decide on the effect. Okay. Yeah, I'm so used to people just like drawing one face down or something. All right, here we go.
That's the first turn of time.
So what do we have here? We got a Mystical Space Typhoon, Oath Dragon, Magician, and just fresh in Qliphort Scout. There's an MST for the strike.
Definitely. There's no point not doing that now. Now he has complete freedom over playing some cards. He knows what his opponent's got in hand. I didn't see what he got off Tin Can, and that app's not updating, but he got a monster off Tin Can. Okay, now I'm going to see it, Slip Rider. Oh, that's, yeah, okay. That's not good. Ah, because Monolith's already gone as well.
Yeah.
So Scout's useless.
Oof.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's a pretty bad beating.
What's he got in hand?
Does it really matter, is my question for you. Kozmo.
He can't win now.
No, but he's going to pull ahead again.
He can do 51. Oh, you do more than 51. No, 51. Yeah, he can do 51. If he summons back the Forerunner attacks, or he can add back Forerunner, banish Strawman attack. Both, two ways to Sunday. Ah, okay. Oh, hold on. No, he can do it. Can he do it? Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Change my mind.
Yeah, you're a bit on one of these flip-flop stations today.
Yeah, so he can Strawman back a dude, and then banish Strawman for another guy from his hand that he just got back off Kozmo Town, and that should be 7,000. You can do 21, 24, that's 55, plus 28. Yeah. Yeah, he's got it. Yeah.
Yeah, he figured it out.
Yeah, pip Strawman, and then banish Strawman for a guy, whatever guy that is, doesn't really matter. He's got to pay for Kozmo Town to get Landwalker back. Why didn't he pay for Kozmo Town to get Landwalker back? I don't understand. I guess he paid 100 for getting Tinker. I just don't get it. I don't understand. The chat's probably going to be yelling at me and telling me why that's wrong, but I don't understand. He can definitely win here.
Well, in any case, he's putting a gigantic gap between his life points and his opponent's life points.
Yeah, but in a pendulum format, that doesn't matter. You can just... all it takes is his opponent to do something crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, draw another pendulum scale that's reasonable. Well, to be fair, Scout doesn't work because you can only summon Qliphort monsters under Scout, now that I think about it. He needs to draw a miracle here.
Yeah. Or maybe not.
It's game over because he just goes into infinity.
Yeah, I was about to say, wait a second.
Yeah, he just goes infinity here.
Okay, so it would have been weird if he missed that because it seemed like he knew... Oh, wait.
He's not going into infinity?
Why would you do that?
I have got no idea.
But it doesn't matter, right?
I'm going to stop predicting here because
it's a Scout and the Trap card, and that is definitely not enough.
Yeah.
It was a Solemn Warning, I think. Exactly not the card you want to see here. It's like an anti-miracle. So both games, interestingly enough, it didn't feel like we saw anything from Jaskaran.
No.
No. And we never saw why this deck was doing well. We just saw that it's extremely flexible.
Yeah, it was quite flexible.
Playing a lot of different decks, but it never came together here.
No, it didn't. That seems really strange. I feel like that first game was really bad for him because he struggled against every turn cards of Demise.
Yeah,
every turn.
Yeah, 3 times in a row.
So.
And then you also have so many cards that stop you from playing the game. A Solemn Strike and a Solemn Warning.
Yeah,
so
Strike, Chaos Trap Hole, Warning. And Calls and Oasis. He just had all of the trap cards. And Cosmojo as well.
It seemed like a really good draw.
Yeah.
Like it didn't look absolutely amazing. No. I guess if we would have in the first turn got rid of his monster so he could bring it back with Call of the Haunted, I think that could have been even stronger.
Yeah, I think so. And I think that was the more consistent line of play. I think he took a risk.
Yeah. All right. We are 50 minutes into the round. The other guys started a little bit earlier than us, but speaking from experience, we have 40 minutes in between rounds, sometimes even more. So that gives us 20 minutes to conduct an interview. I guess that's enough time. Yep.
Yeah, it's enough.
So we're going to take a very short break, and then we're going to be back with the winner of this round, Devon Amatdakoen.